people talking over the music, you know what I mean, for the DJs to get busy. And then it got political. It got to a point where people say, yo, you can change the world with a message. This is our version of communicating with each other.
Right.
You know, and you had, you know, groups like Public Enemy, even Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five with the message. You know, people start realizing you can really change people's lives with this music. And you had the youth. So that movement was the strongest movement. That's the movement that, you know, I kind of grew up in, and that's the movement I love. But at a point, mainstream media decided that they didn't want their kids to praise Chuck D. They didn't want, you know, poster KRS-One or Ice-T, you know what I mean, or you know, some of the more political rappers. They didn't want them on their kids' walls. They didn't want their kids to idolize these guys who were talking about equality, and you know, when it's all said and done. So they decided to push that kind of rap to the back when it comes to mainstream, not letting us have those kind of outlets that we had in, you know, from the late 80s, early 90s. About 93, 94, the theme was escapism rap, you know. Let's promote the rap that talks about, you know, drinking, smoking, fucking, you know what I mean, everything but something constructive, you know, everything destructive. That became mainstream, that became pop, that became, you know, bigger and better than the political rap, you know. And so the young MCs after that start saying, yo, you know, to get, you know, blinged out, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna be rapping about history. I'm gonna rap about, you know what I mean, what I see is the biggest, you know, style in rap. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm gonna go after. You know, I'm gonna talk about the same things. Some, you know, drinking, smoking, clubbing, and you know, we stuck right there, and that's where they want to keep us.
Your last album was pretty political. Had a lot of statements, even about the black community. How hard is it for you to stick to your guns in that manner, whereas most artists have either fallen off or just abandoned it altogether?
Well, I kind of do records on how I feel.
Yeah.
So, you know, to me it was a political year. A lot of statements, you know, was made against rap, especially gangster rap. You know, starting off with you know, O'Reilly and what, you know. So it was more of a political year. You know, me, I'm not concerned as much with sales. You know, everybody want to at least make their money back, but for the most part, it's about looking at it as a piece of art, you know what I mean, my records, and that it'll last the test of time, and it's not about the now, it's about people discovering that record and you know, realizing the messages in that record years from now. Sometimes, you know, you can be ahead of the curve too.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like being behind the curve. You know, people either they're ready for it or not. Yeah. So, you know, this new record is summer record. It's fun. It ain't really heavy on the political tip, even though it got political messages.